Welcome to Wädenswil, a serene emerald gem nestled quietly in the heart of the magnificent Swiss countryside. Here, even the smallest blades of grass seem to be waking up, reaching out to embrace the first warm rays of the new day.
Underneath the canopy of these ancient oak trees, the air is so crisp and pure that you can almost taste the sweetness of the morning dew.
The true beauty of this land is hidden within the tiniest details, pristine and incredibly pure.
Walk with me along this familiar country path, leaving behind the noise of the city to find peace in the rhythm of nature.
In the distance, the majestic Alps stand tall like eternal guardians, embracing the valley in a protective silence. These weathered wooden fences, stained by time and elements, silently tell the story of abundant harvests from years gone by. Seen from above, the lush green carpet unfolds like a giant work of art, woven meticulously by the hand of Mother Nature herself. The morning mist drifts lazily across the ground, creating a magical scene that feels like it was lifted straight from a fairy tale.
The gentle fragrance of wildflowers fills every breath, inviting us to venture deeper and explore the heart of farm life.
Standing proudly against the hillside is the traditional farmhouse, a timeless structure built from wood and stone.
Vibrant red geraniums spill from the window boxes, adding a splash of passionate color to the rustic wooden walls.
The sturdy roof, covered in moss-kissed tiles, has weathered countless storms, providing a safe haven for generations.
Every crack and peel and pain.
The gravel path beckons us closer, leading straight to the heart of this warm and inviting country home. Run your hand along the walls, and you can feel the history etched deep into the grain of the sun-bleached timber.
The massive barn doors stand slightly ajar, hinting at the quiet, hard-working life that continues within.
A small, carefully tended garden patch provides fresh sustenance, a testament to a life lived in harmony with the land.
As the sun moves across the sky, dancing shadows paint ever-changing patterns upon the wooden canvas of the house.
Here, far away from the chaos of the world, the farmhouse stands as a solitary island of peace in a sea of green.
The gentle brown Swiss cows are the soul of this landscape, grazing peacefully in the warm embrace of the sun.
Look closely into these dark, gentle eyes, and you will see a reflection of the pure, unhurried life they lead.
The rhythmic chime of the heavy metal bells creates a natural symphony that echoes across the valleys.
Standing tall against the azure sky, they possess a quiet majesty that commands respect and admiration.
Life here moves at a different pace, measured by the slow, steady rhythm of chewing and breathing.
There is a deep sense of community here, a silent bond shared between the members of the herd. From their vantage point high on the hill, they watch over the world below with a calm indifference. A flick of the tail, a shift in weight, these small movements are the only ripples in the calm stillness of the afternoon.
When the midday sun reaches its peak, it is time to lie down among the wildflowers and simply be. Together, they wander across the slopes, painting a living, breathing masterpiece on the canvas of the Alps.
Together, they wander across the slopes, painting a living, breathing masterpiece on the canvas of the Alps. Listen closely, and you can hear the wind whispering ancient secrets through the branches of the towering pines. Clouds drift lazily overhead, casting fleeing shadows that dance across the emerald. A thin wire marks the boundary, a subtle reminder of the delicate balance between wild nature and cultivated order.
Like wishes sent into the wind, the dandelion seeds take flight, searching for new fertile ground to call home.
The rough bark of the old oak tree stands as a testament to resilience, enduring decades of sun, rain, and snow.
Stepping off the path, we wade through the tall grass, feeling the cool touch of nature against our skin.
Far below, the lake mirrors the sky, a shimmering pool of tranquility that anchors the entire valley. The air buzzes with life as busy workers tirelessly visit every bloom, ensuring the cycle of life continues.
As the afternoon wears on, the shadows begin to stretch, painting the landscape in deeper, more contemplative hues. From the lush green pastures to the distant blue peaks, every layer of this landscape sings in perfect harmony.
Stepping inside the old barn, we find a cool, shadowed refuge from the bright midday sun.
The sweet scent of dried hay fills the air, capturing the warmth of the summer sun in every golden stalk.
Crystal clear water flows into the stone trough, a pure and refreshing gift from the mountain springs.
Resting quietly in the tall grass, relics of the past remind us of the hands that toiled this land long ago. Life on the farm is full of simple pleasures, like finding the perfect spot to scratch an itch.
Even the fences are adorned by nature, draped in delicate spider webs that glisten like silver necklaces.
Beyond the pasture, the path winds into the cool, dark embrace of the pine forest, inviting quiet exploration.
Every animal here is an individual, known by name and cared for with dedication and respect.
It is a place where you can lose focus on the busy world and find clarity in the simple beauty of a wildflower.
As the day begins to fade, the sun dips lower, casting long shadows and painting the sky in shades of gold. As the sun begins its descent, the entire valley is bathed in a warm, honey-colored embrace known as the golden hour.
The gentle giants become striking silhouettes against the fiery backdrop of the setting sun.
Every blade of grass turns into a shimmering thread of gold, dancing in the fading light.
As twilight deepens into the blue hour, the farmhouse windows glow with the inviting warmth of home. Instinctively, the herd begins their slow, rhythmic journey back to the safety and comfort of the barn. The sky puts on its final performance of the day, a breathtaking symphony of pinks, oranges, and violets.
A solitary lantern flickers to life, a small beacon guarding the quiet peace of the farmyard.
The water trough becomes a perfect mirror, capturing the burning sky and doubling the beauty of the sunset.
The fields fall silent, resting under a blanket of rising mist that cools the earth after a long summer day.
Inside, the heart of the home beats with the crackle and warmth of an open fire.
Even the farm's smallest guardians find their rest, curled up in the safest corners of the house.
The steady ticking of the grandfather clock marks the passage of time, a rhythm that has paced this home for centuries.
Looking out into the darkness, one can only imagine the silent beauty of the world sleeping outside.
In the barn, the herd sleeps in a comfortable silence, safe from the cool mountain air. The moon casts a silver path across the lake, a bridge of light connecting the water to the sky.
The night has its own watchers, silent observers perched high in the ancient trees.
Delicate threads of silver catch the moonlight, woven with a patience that humans often forget. The cool night air is warmed by the steady, rhythmic breathing of the herd, a living fog in the darkness. As the moon begins its slow descent behind the peaks, the valley waits in breathless anticipation for the dawn.
A piercing cry shatters the silence, the ancient alarm clock that signals the start of another labor of love.
The sun returns, crowning the mountains with gold and chasing the shadows back into the forests.
Doors are thrown open, welcoming the light and promising a day of honest work.
The iron workhorses, rusted and worn, stand ready to serve the land once again. Fresh milk, warm and rich, is collected in vessels that chill in the crisp morning air. These boots have walked every inch of this land, knowing the soil better than any map. The white gold of the Alps, pure and nourishing, the result of sun, grass, and care.
In the quiet corners of the meadow, tradition still holds sway, a rhythmic dance between man and nature.
As the world bustles with activity, some residents take the time to simply enjoy the warmth.
The water here sings a constant song, rushing over ancient stones on its journey to the lake.
A painted lady butterfly pauses for a moment, a fragile jewel adorning the prickly crown of a thistle.
When the wind sweeps down from the mountains, the meadow transforms into a green ocean of rolling waves.
Time moves slowly here, measured not in hours, but in the slow, creeping growth of lichen on wood.
With a slow, deliberate gait, the herd moves on to fresh grazing grounds, always following the sun. High above, the red kite patrols the skies, a master of the air riding the thermal currents with effortless grace. The crunch of gravel underfoot is the soundtrack of the wanderer, echoing the steps of those who came before.
The orchards are heavy with promise, bearing the sweet, crisp gifts of the earth.
Clouds build and dissolve in the endless blue theater, shaping the light that falls upon the land.
Far in the distance, the church steeple points to the heavens, a silent anchor for the community in the valley.
In the miniature world among the grass, a tireless workforce ensures the beauty of the next season.
Heavy steps press into the earth, a connection between the animal and the soil that has existed for millennia.
Leaves drink in the sunlight, transforming the golden rays into the vibrant green energy of life. The stream bubbles with joy, a clear and cooling melody that cuts through the heat of the day.
With a flight as erratic as it is beautiful, the butterfly dances on the breeze, unbound by any path.
The rhythm of the afternoon is marked by the lazy swish of a tail, a simple metronome of pastoral life.
In the distance, the faint hum of machinery reminds us that this paradise is shaped by human hands. Perfect in its geometry, the dandelion waits for the wind to spread its legacy across the valley. There is a meditative quality to their existence, a state of constant, peaceful contemplation. As the afternoon stretches on, the valley seems to pause, suspended in a timeless moment of perfection. As the sun dips lower, the shadows stretch across the valley, like long, cool fingers touching the earth.
A silhouette against the light. A timeless profile, etched against the brilliance of the fading day.
The small creatures begin to prepare for the evening, finding shelter under the canopy of green.
The steady rhythm of hooves on the dry earth is the heartbeat of the farm, slow and constant.
High above, the birds gather in formation, turning their wings towards the safety of the roost.
The wind whispers a lullaby, gently rocking the wire.
A final flick of the tail, a casual gesture in the warm, heavy air of the late afternoon.
The water settles into a glass-like stillness, holding the perfect image of the sky within its depths.
Fences guide the way, not just boundaries, but silent sentinels marking the history of this land.
A gentle gaze meets ours, full of curiosity and a quiet, ancient wisdom that understands the land. The sun plays a final game of hide and seek, bursting through the branches in a dazzling display of light.
Bathed in the liquid gold of the setting sun,
the simple act of grazing becomes a scene of pure beauty.
The dust of the day settles slowly on the old road, holding the warmth of the sun long after it has gone.
Nature decorates the fences with jewels of its own making, catching the last fiery rays of the day.
The peaks catch fire one last time, glowing with the ethereal pink light known as the alpenglow.
One by one, the lights flicker on, turning the farmhouse into a beacon of warmth in the cooling valley. A final glance back at the fading day, as if to say thank you for the warmth and the green grass.
As the light fades, the meadow comes alive with the tiny, dancing sparks of evening insects.
An empty bench waits silently, offering the best seat in the house for the nightly celestial show.
And so the cycle continues, as the silver guardian of the night rises to take its watch.
Inside the barn, the air is thick with the warmth of the herd, a cozy sanctuary against the night. Drawn to the warmth, the creatures of the night perform their chaotic dance around the beacon. As the temperature drops, the cold paints delicate fern-like patterns of frost upon the glass. The moonlight turns the old roof into a sheet of silver, shining quietly under the stars.
Even in deep sleep, their senses remain attuned to the whisper of the wind. The chair sits empty now, but it holds the memory of peaceful evenings spent watching the sun go down. Down in the valley, the lake disappears beneath a thick, rolling blanket of white fog.
Wide eyes watch from the darkness, the silent guardians of the farm's perimeter.
A thin ribbon of smoke rises to join the stars, a signal of the warmth that lives within. The herd sleeps as one, dark shapes resting upon the earth, waiting for the cycle to begin again. In the silence, the air transforms into water, decorating the world with millions of tiny crystal spheres.
The moonlight reveals the silver patina of the wood, a badge of honor earned through years of weathering.
High above, a halo forms around the moon, a celestial ring predicting the weather of tomorrow. Warm breath meets cold air, a visible rhythm of life in the freezing stillness of the dark.
Far below, the lights of the village twinkle like fallen stars, a reminder of the sleeping world. Cold iron becomes a sculpture of ice, fragile and sharp against the velvet darkness. It is the darkest hour, when the world holds its breath. A stir in the coop, a ruffling of feathers. The timekeeper knows the sun is near.
Before the sun returns, the mist thickens, wrapping the valley in a final, protective embrace. The canvas of the sky is repainted, washing away the night with strokes of violet and soft rose.
The morning choir begins its song, a joyful melody that wakes the sleeping world.
As the warmth returns, the icy grip of the night softens, turning frost into life-giving water.
With a heavy, deliberate grace, the herd rises to greet the new day.
The highest peaks catch the first fire, a signal that the sun has reclaimed the sky. The steward returns to his charge, ready to walk the familiar path once more. And then the moment arrives. The darkness is shattered by the return of the light.
Responding to the ancient call of the sun, life unfolds in a silent explosion of color.
The earth breathes a sigh of relief, releasing the cool night in a mist of gold.
And so, the cycle is complete, and a beautiful new day in Wädenswil begins again.
The future of the herd frolics in the safety of the pasture, full of youthful energy and joy.
A moment of pause to drink from the cool, clear waters that flow from the heart of the mountains.
The wind is the invisible artist, sculpting, shifting patterns into the emerald sea of grass.
Nature is full of gentle encounters, where the large and the small meet in perfect harmony. Radiant light crowns the herd, honoring their silent stewardship of these alpine hills.
A tiny, buzzing worker pauses mid-air, a marvel of engineering suspended in a beam of light. Above, the grey veil lifts, allowing the brilliance of the blue sky to shine through once more.
A rough tongue and a gentle nudge. The language of care is universal.
As the journey ends, they walk slowly towards the horizon, guided by the fading light.
Wädenswil, a timeless paradise where nature breathes and the soul finds its rest.